Hi everybody, my name is Renee Burns and this is Module 1 for EDL 852, Introduction to Building Leadership. Alright, so this is a little personal information. I have two little boys, Brody and Byron. Brody's in middle school and Byron's in second grade. My family loves to travel. We love to go to the national parks. And we love spending time in our backyards, and we had an excellent Christmas this year, so hope everybody else did too. All right, a little about my professional life. I teach here in Hays, Kansas at O'Laughlin Elementary. We are a looping school, which is really fantastic if you're interested in knowing more about that. But I've taught for 14 years, and I taught some in 4th and 5th grade, and now I teach in 2nd and 3rd grade, so I have my kids for 2 years. I am a part of many leadership groups, the DLT, BLT, Foundations team, many things that have to do with leadership. So I feel pretty comfortable in this role right now. And I love to mentor the Fort Hays students. A lot of times I get interns, and I've done a lot of student teachers too, and I love that opportunity because it keeps me fresh and learning alongside those new teachers, so it's a great thing for me. All right, so our first task was to determine the school vision statement and school mission statement and how they are alike and different. So I've got lots of references here. Basically, what I learned was that the vision statement helps people understand how you hope that others will view you and describe some of your highest priorities. Whereas the mission statement with that same Center for School Change says that this is how you describe your school to others. The Glossary of Educational Reform said that the vision statement is a public declaration of the school's goals for the future and what they hope to achieve, whereas the mission statement is a public declaration sharing the school's founding purpose and major organizational commitments. And then I found another just interesting part for the vision statement. A powerful vision statement is one that gives everyone in the organization a vivid sense of purpose in the work that they do. All right, what is the role and importance of the mission and vision statement? It is to frame and communicate the school's goal through a mission statement and the perfect way to communicate the direction and focus of the school environment. Statements of a school vision and mission are important for keeping a school focused on its core purpose. They are also important because they're documents that parents use to see whether the school meets their family values. And here in Hays, we don't have a zoning, so we have 4 elementaries, and a lot of new parents are trying to determine which school to send them to, and so that mission statement is extremely important because that's one thing they look at. These statements can be a powerful tool that helps to codify and give direction to the enthusiasm, passion, and expertise that educators bring to the classroom, and they also help put goals and objectives into action. All right, so how do they work together? The vision statements outline a school's objectives, and the mission statements indicate how the school aims to achieve that vision. So the word that I chose to describe how they work together is just, it gives us a cohesive unit there. So they should not be separate entities. They should combine and be cohesive with one another. Offers clear and concise focus, but then list how you will achieve that focus goal. And then it must be ingrained at all the levels. So all stakeholders need to be aware. And that's something that I've witnessed in my 14 years. I've had both extremes. I've had a mission statement for 10 years that really was just written on a website and never really any knowledge or shared, and none of us really knew what it was even. And then now recently we have a new super who has really done a fabulous job of marketing and just sharing that vision and making it known and visible across all stakeholders. So this mission and vision, in order for it to work together, it needs to be ingrained at all levels: students, teachers, administrators, custodians, special teachers, parents, cafeteria workers, after school employees, and the list continues on from there. The process for collaboratively developing a mission and vision. So First, the Georgia Leadership Institute had some great steps. So solicit input from all stakeholders. Then collaborate with the leadership team to draft based on that input that you collected. And an input can be collected in many different forms. Like we have a school site committee that has business leaders and people from the community that come in and give us input. It could also be through a questionnaire. And then present to all the staff and allow for revision and discussion. A process for developing an actionable mission and vision attentive to values and priorities that include data use, technology values, equity, diversity, digital citizenship, and community. The first and foremost thing is, I think if you have a mission statement in place and you feel like it's not working, you need to have a needs assessment and determine what it is that you're lacking or where the problem is falling, why it's not working. So I think a needs assessment is really important. And then some other things that I noted from the resources we read was casting the vision, implementing the vision, communicating and branding the vision, and then sustaining that vision. So, and then a shared passion for a common goal and taking advantage of the ideas and input of the people doing the work to achieve that common goal. And that's one place right there where I feel like oftentimes administrators come in and come up with a mission statement, and it's not necessarily those teachers who are in the trenches really working hard, don't have any input there, and therefore it's a top-down approach, and it doesn't always work that way, so you have to have buy-in. Characteristics of a well-written mission and vision statement. It has to be academically focused. Objectives are clearly expressed and clearly displayed. They are present in the classroom and all throughout the building, online for parents to see. Even here in Hays, we have commercials on our local channel, actively modeled. So that was mentioned mostly with your administrators. It needs to be actively modeled there. Common problems associated with the school mission and vision statements. Too often, goals are not active drivers in the school community, but rather are sidebar considerations that don't get much attention from school personnel. Sometimes they can be just meaningless. They might be too broad, or it might be a great mission statement. It's just unknown by key stakeholders, so it's just not shared appropriately or often enough. So my thoughts or misgivings after I've read this material, my first 10 years, like I said, I was completely unaware of our own mission. And I feel like we had one as a school level, but not necessarily a district level. Our new superintendent, like I said, has done a fantastic job of branding and our buy-in. He offers lots of visuals. He just reverts back to that and brings it up so often. And so he's done a great job of that. And also, shorter phrases are easier to remember. That was mentioned in several of our resources, but that is one way to it just to stick a little bit better. So here in Hays, our mission statement is every student every day, and it's a little bit longer than that. It's actually every student in every classroom every day. But a lot of his branding ideas, and I have much more than this, but these are just the two that I had at home. So these are like our little keychains that our tags hang on. So just examples of this, like he made a mask for everybody in the district, just that constant reminder, that visual for everyone to see. It's in every school building. It's on every email that he sends out, lots of hashtags. I mean, it's just everywhere we look. So, and then proposed changes. You know, I'm really impressed thus far with how he's been here 2 years and really done a great job of overhauling what we had before and changing the look and the vibe of everything. Everyone definitely feels like there's a shared vision. But I would say that as we review and we revise that process, I would like to see a little more collaboration because that's, as far as I'm aware of, and I'm a part of a lot of the leadership committees, I'm not aware of any collaboration building-wide for that review or revision process. So that would maybe be nice to see. Okay, so how do we ensure the success and well-being? Or how do mission statements and vision statements help with this? So definitely, if we have a shared vision, we have common goals, we're more likely to have success and well-being across the board. Another thing I read within the resources, it says that even when students are aware of it, they're able to take ownership if they're aware of those common goals or even shared visions. That's really good for them to even be aware of it. And I'd never even thought about the kids being aware of it, but that's a great point. a lot of the resources also talked about K1 would maybe have a different mission statement rather than your college based, but focused on your age and the development of the learner. I think that's important. And then it's aligned to your community values and core beliefs. All of these things are going to promote well-being if those are in place. Here are my standard correlation, relevance, and reflection. I'm not sure if we're supposed to read all these, but I'll tag that to the side, and I'll also add this to the website so that you can see my responses to those, and then also my reference page of all the references. The Kern and Allen link was not active, so I went ahead and got through to that in a different way, but I did find that, and that was a good resource. So thank you, and I look forward to learning with you all. Have a great evening.